Hey y'all, I'm Christine and welcome to my channel. Today, as you can guess by the title of this video, we're just gonna cut straight to it. Why you need to hop on YouTube in 2025. And I know there's a million of these videos, like literally hundreds of thousands of videos on this topic right now, but it's because a change is coming, y'all. Like a change is coming. I can feel it, No, I'm just kidding. I can actually see it because low-key, if you're scrolling on YouTube, watching some of your faves, more often than not, you're seeing other small creators with, I don't want to say like virtually no audience, because I mean, even one person is an audience, but relatively unknown YouTube creators are popping alongside some of these bigger content creators on here. And I think for the first time in a long time, you're kind of seeing a reset on this platform. Personally, I've tried my hand at YouTube, not seriously, but like occasionally once in a while with doing a video or a react to a favorite TV show I'm watching, or I'll upload like a short once in a while. But I mean, it's sparingly, like once a year. And obviously that's not gonna impact anything if I'm really wanting to grow on this channel. But also, I also believe it just wasn't the right time. I wasn't in a space where I could be dedicated to growing or creating content on here regularly. And two, I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to speak to, which I think is really important for growing on this platform. So if you're ready to start your channel or just have recently, tune in for sure and comment below, right? What are y'all talking about out here? What are your channels? What are you into? I would love to go and watch and subscribe maybe. So for starters, YouTube 101, YouTube monetization 101. There's two ways to be monetized on this platform. One, have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers, which is actually the case for both ways, but have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers and achieve 4,000 watch hours, which sounds overwhelming and like a mammoth to achieve. But you'd be surprised, that's about 200 to 250,000 views. Yeah, like almost a 250,000 views, depending on how long they're engaged and tuned into your video. And we'll talk about it a little bit later. That length has a bit to do with this also. So consider the fact that the amount of content you consume in a week, be real. Like this is feasible. This is feasible. And I really want you to practice a mindset of abundance and capability, because I think a lot of people just sell themselves short before they even get started. So we ain't doing that over here, okay? Two, actually I told you number two. The second way actually to be monetized on this platform is, again, through shorts, but 1,000 subscribers as well. But the difference is that you need 10 million views actually. So yes, pathway number one for long form content, 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time. Pathway number two for shorts, 1,000 subscribers as well, and 10 million views. So the watch hours requirement kind of goes away there, but you do need to have, to be honest, fairly more views on your content. But realistically, if you kind of look at how things run on platforms like TikTok or Instagram with Reels, you watch a video maybe 2 or 3 times more often than not. Just because, again, some of them are so short. So this might not be as intimidating as it seems. It is a very large number to hear or read out loud, yes. But in practicality, I think you'd be quite surprised. I mean, there are people that post a video and overnight have like, what, 1,000 plus views. In a few months, that's not impossible if you think about it. And that's just going off of an average video. So don't sell yourself short. Give yourself a chance. And with that said, I really want you to think about what you want to speak to on this platform. And you don't have to be super confident and determined in what you're going to speak to. Like, you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to have a degree in these things. What you do need to have is experience, something that people can relate to, right? Don't be talking about things you know nothing about, okay? Authentically speak to your own experience, or to what you enjoy, or to what you're passionate about, whether it's K-pop, like me, or like DC Marvel comic content, or Harry Potter, you name it. We'll get into that in the future. Let me just reel it back because we'll go off topic real quick. But I really want you to kind of dig deep and think about, what do I want to talk about today? And it can vary, right? Like, you don't have to be a guru in a particular industry or thought space to kind of speak and connect with people. Sometimes you can just shoot the breeze. I think a creative who does this really well, actually, adore her content, is Kelly Stamps. Freaking cracks me up. Same thing with Emma Chamberlain too, like especially back in the day, it was just random musings or tea time or story time, right? And I think these are things that, you know, you'd connect with on the street with a stranger, right? That you bump into, easy things that you can speak to, right? Especially if you don't feel like you're an expert at something particular, whether it's like finance, tech, healthcare, you know, politics, whatever it is. Just be you. Kind of give people the chance to just know you, right? And it can be vulnerable speaking on camera like this, like I am right now. I'm trying not to like look at my like the little preview thing right here. I'm horrible with terminology for this camera. Like when I'm nervous, my recall is horrible. But I promise I do know what this is. I'm trying not to look at it. I want to stay engaged on y'all. So bear with me, because yes, this first video that I've done in ages will be a little rough, and that's okay. The next one will be better, and I look forward to creating that next one. I just got to get it done. So I want to encourage you, one, to give yourself a chance. Two, figure out what speaks to you, right? And that can be discovered through a few tries on here, right? If you felt like, ugh, don't really want to talk about sports, don't really want to talk about politics, don't really want to talk about my job, good. Process of elimination, right? Because I think you kind of show up best where you're passionate about. And if there's anything that's super palpable on camera, it's that you're not being authentic about what you're speaking about, or you're not passionate about what you're speaking about. And they'll know. They'll know. So just take your time with it and get into a groove. The next thing I really want you to do is just start. Don't be looking for all these fancy little cameras or all these lights. Look at my Christmas tree. It's still up. Fight me. It's gonna stay up for a while. But seriously, just start. Don't worry about having the fanciest technology or all the little gadgets and things, because I think that's really just kind of a cop-out sometimes, as it was for me for a while. And you'll find that the more you delay, the more time you've kind of let go by. And that itself can kind of be a, you know, it can be a demotivator. So don't get hung up on the glamour and what you see on YouTube nowadays, right? Which is kind of a double-edged sword, good and bad, because yes, I love the level of creativity and how people are raising the bar, but at the same time, that might come off as inaccessible for people that also want to grow and create content on this platform, and they feel like they have to compete at a high level. And I want you to get that mindset out the window, right? Like, there shouldn't be this competitor mindset, because you're here for you, right? Like, you're doing this for you, not for somebody else, you know? So I want you to kind of keep that at your forefront, and kind of keep your eyes on the prize, keep your eyes on the prize, and don't let what other people do deter you from getting started. So keep that at the forefront, and I think the rest will kind of flow. And if you miss a day or you miss a week, I don't know, depending on how often you want to post, don't let it get you down. Just get back on track, right? Because again, with any craft, practice makes perfect. And you just kind of need to get comfortable, right? And kind of find where you gravitate to in terms of what you're good at speaking to. And also kind of respond to your community. What are your comments looking like? Who's following? What is being well received? Take a moment to listen and observe, and you'd be surprised by how it can help form and influence what you speak to, right? And then lastly, just be real. What I love about this shift on YouTube is that it's kind of reminding me of all the amazing small and big creators that YouTube would just randomly show send my way, depending on content I was watching. You know, I kind of think about the old days of like PewDiePie, it's Kingsley, Jenna Marbles, Ryan Higa. Like there's just so much. And that actually kind of just feels like such an unhinged era. But because it was like, YouTube was super chaotic, like in a funny, like hilarious way. Kind of like Vine, RIP. But you know, there was just so much out there, you know, and oh, what's this other guy's name? Reggie Coos. Love, love, love that guy. So to kind of see the different avenues they've gone since YouTube and its evolution, it's super awe-inspiring. I hope they're doing well. But gosh, that era of just being real and raw on YouTube is surely and direly missed. So I think you're kind of seeing that come back a little bit. And you don't, again, stop preventing yourself from getting started by waiting to get the fanciest camera or tripod or whatever. Literally just hit record on your phone or a camera if you have one lying around and get to it. Doesn't have to be the most cinematic thing. Okay. And speaking of getting to it, consider the time that you're taking to create your content, right? For me, my goal, and we'll see if I actually stuck to this goal, my goal is to create content that's like 10 to 15 minutes max, because one, I do kind of want to give the audience a chance to kind of connect with me and kind of learn a little bit more about me and how I kind of engage. But more importantly, you got to get into your flow sometimes. And I think with viewership, you'll find that if someone's hooked on you from the beginning, kind of speaking at length for a bit can give them a bit more time to see what you have to say, right? And that helps your viewership and watch hours as well. So with that said, don't just talk at length just to get viewership. Like, you don't want to lose your audience, right? Like, you have to be saying something of value, or something that's entertaining, something that's relevant, something that's impactful. Just don't be blabbering at the mouth, which I might be doing right now, actually. So check me if I am, but you get my point. So you don't want to just record for minutes, hours on end just for the sake of, no. Because people see that, if YouTube sees that people aren't really engaging with your content like that, or they're just dropping off, it doesn't help you. So just be mindful, and more importantly, be intentional. So again, if you're new here, if you're just getting started, or even if you're an OG or an old time creator, and you know, you're kind of wanting a reset to get back into the flow and swing of things, come on, join the party, join the tribe. The water's great. And I'll see you next time. I promise my next video will be better. I know this was a little rough, but you know, sometimes like a diamond, you gotta. Okay, let me stop because I'm being a little extra, so I'm gonna let y'all go. But y'all have an amazing week, and I can't wait to see where the new year takes us. See y'all next time.